you're going to be reading a passage about how cold temperatures affect outdoor animals. So the title of this passage is Record Cold Temps Hit Chicago, but its outdoor animals should be fine. If you feel comfortable reading the passage and answering the questions on your own, you may go ahead and stop this video and complete the assignment. If you would like to listen to me read the passage and the questions, stay tuned. Chicago, Illinois got very cold on January 29th. The cold weather lasted for days. It was possibly expected to break Chicago's record low of 27 degrees below zero. The weather could be deadly for many animals that live outdoors. Experts say it's likely that animals ranging from stray cats to stink bugs will escape lasting damage, though. After all, animals have ways of surviving many kinds of bad weather. They bore into trees, burrow beneath the frost line, or find safety in houses where no one is living. Even if they do not make it, plenty of others will. Lots of new baby animals will be born once the weather improves. Michael Jeffords is an entomologist who used to work for the Illinois Natural History Survey. An entomologist studies insects. He said that Illinois insects have been around for 10,000 years or more. If it was very cold for weeks and weeks, they might be in trouble. But the insects will probably be okay, he said. Feral or wild cats are among the critters endangered by the cold. There are an estimated 200,000 of them in Chicago. Some are cared for by volunteers trained by animal shelters such as Paws Chicago. Lori Maxwell works for Paws. She speaks to the community about Paws programs. She said that cats are very good at staying safe. They find shelter under cars or garbage dumpsters and inside empty buildings. During extreme cold, they save energy by finding a safe spot and remaining still, providing shelter to stray cats. Even so, people who care for strays can increase the animal's chance of survival. They can make sure they have food and water. They can provide shelter. Maxwell said people can build a cheap and simple cat shelter. People can cut a small hole in a plastic storage tub and line it with foam, layering the bottom with straw. People can also let feral cats into a spare room or a screened porch. If they're protected from the wind, that can save their lives, Maxwell said. Other animals do not get that sort of special treatment. They're just as good at surviving bad weather, though. Lawrence Heaney studies mammals at Chicago's Field Museum. He said hibernating animals such as chipmunks have enough body fat in insulated hiding places that allow them to survive the cold. Animals like deer, squirrels, and coyotes are different, though. They usually move around a lot in the winter. They could be in trouble, he said. Very cold weather can be really hard for them, Heaney said. Populations tend to bounce back. Some animals may die off. Heaney said the populations will quickly grow back once winter ends, though. Fewer deer, for example, means more food for those that remain. That gives their babies a better chance at survival. The same is true with insect pests. Jeffords said stink bugs often show up during warmer winters. They could be knocked back by the extreme cold, he said. He expects their numbers to go back up quickly, though. Mosquitoes, meanwhile, protect themselves by spending the winter in sewers and steam tunnels. Some bigger animals might actually enjoy record-setting low temperatures. The Lincoln Park Zoo and the Brookfield Zoo each have polar bears. Both zoos say they will allow their polar bears to remain outside during the worst of the chill. The bears can also choose to stay in heated spaces indoors, though. The animals are used to very cold weather. Mike Murray works with the mammals at the Lincoln Park Zoo. The week's freeze won't be anything the polar bears can't handle, he said. Bill Ziegler works for the Chicago Zoological Society. The group runs the Brookfield Zoo. Brookfield has animals such as snow leopards and bison that will have the chance to stay out in the cold too. Other animals, such as kangaroos and wallabies, will not be allowed to go outside, Ziegler said. Those animals have fur. But the cold could still be dangerous for them, Ziegler said. We're just not going to take that chance.